There is a discussion among the showrunners of Station 19 about what would have occurred in the 8th season of the firefighter drama if it had been renewed. It came as a surprise to both the fans and those who study the industry when ABC announced that the very successful Grey's Anatomy spin-off would end with the 7th season. In spite of the fact that the writing team was able to write an engaging conclusion for Station 19, there were a great deal of unexpected turns and twists that the firefighting saga could have explored if it had been given the opportunity to continue. Additionally, a great number of creatives affiliated with the show have expressed their dissatisfaction with the show's finale, which appears to have been premature. In an interview with Deadline that took place after the conclusion of the 7th season of Station 19, co-showrunners Zoanne Clack and Peter Page discussed the potential outcomes that would have occurred if the series had been selected for further production. Within the following quotation, Page and Clack discuss various plot developments, one of which involves Carina heading into the field. Additionally, they discuss the progression of relationships between Beckett, Sullivan, and Ross. Find their complete quotations down below. It's Page indeed, there were tales. What if we had been able to complete a novel in which Beckett begins a romantic relationship with Ginny, and how the two of them become intertwined with the Sullivan and Ross relationship in an intriguing manner? Indeed. The story also included a Carina arc as well. Do you recall the time when she gathered her belongings and wandered out into the field? The fact that we intended to involve her more in the process was one of the primary motivations behind our decision to file the case in the first place. There was a possibility that she was a little bit anxious about medicine and the practice of medicine. She desired to spend more time in the field and complete an emergency medical services fellowship. We were going to accompany her out in the field and get more incorporated into the show for Season 8, in addition to the fact that she was going to be dressed up, which was probably going to happen in Episode 8. On the other hand, what we ended up with was the moment of the conclusion, which was fantastic, but did not go precisely where we had planned to take it. In the last episode, which is named One Last Time and was written by Clack, the crew imagines what life may be like after they have completed their final rescue mission. In her mind, Carina envisions a large and joyful family consisting of her wife Maya and at least 4 children. At the time of their wedding, Ross and Sullivan envisioned themselves playing tennis with Beckett, with Ross' sister also present. In addition, there are other peeks into other possible futures, such as Warren seeing a happy existence with his wife Bailey. The fact that all of the main characters make it through the conclusion of the story means that there is no reason why some form of the flash-forwards cannot take place. Due to the fact that Clack and Page both point out that these idealized fantasies aren't necessarily fixed in stone, the showrunners have provided clarification regarding the significance of these Station 19 flash-forwards. You should not consider them to be the ultimate truth, nor should you consider them to be a confirmation of the character's future. Instead, the purpose of this feature is to highlight the things that the protagonists hold dear and the things that motivate them to move onwards. Page emphasizes the significance of this topic by stating it is about what they think is important and what it is that they are attempting to create in their lives. On the other hand, considering that all of the main characters make it to the conclusion, there is no reason why different versions of the flash-forwards couldn't take place. The decision to cancel Station 19 with its 7th season, along with other long-running and acclaimed programs such as The Good Doctor, was ultimately based on financial considerations, according to a report from Deadline. As a general rule, the expense of continuing a show tends to increase for both the studios and the networks that produce it. During a period in which ratings have been falling and advertising revenue has been falling, networks have been looking for ways to improve their financial situation by dumping some programming. On the other hand, in the instance of Station 19, in particular, some of the concerns regarding expense were addressed by the fact that the principal actors of Station 19 already had deals in place in the event that the series was not renewed. According to the article, ABC ultimately came to the conclusion that the drama about the firefighter had reached its conclusion. Additionally, the network desired to strike a balance between the scripted and reality programming that it has on its schedule. This meant that the network was considering the possibility of canceling some comedies and dramas. Despite this, Station 19 comes to a close with a sense of closure for the main characters, in spite of the fact that it leaves room for some of the characters from Grey's Anatomy to return in subsequent episodes. The firefighter saga still had the opportunity to conclude with a 10-episode goodbye that paid tribute to the characters and the trip that they had been on, despite the fact that the cancellation of Season 8 is a disappointment for those who have been following the show for a long time. The statements made by Clack and Paige highlight the fact that there is still room for additional content, but it will now be up to the viewers to speculate about what will happen next. Both Paige and Clack stated in an interview with TV Line that they are 100% on board with the idea of leading the charge for Station 19 Season 8 in the event that it were to take place. Up until this point, ABC has not shown any indication that they want to bring back the firefighter drama or continue the plot with a spin-off. An online campaign to save the series has been launched by fans of the show, and it includes a petition that has received more than 91,000 signatures as of this moment. Additionally, the campaign promotes the show's successes and honors, highlighting what makes the action drama a significant standout in terms of the emotional bonds it has cultivated for over 100 episodes, and its concentration on narratives that prioritize diversity and inclusion is emphasized.